Dreamers Mastermind. We've all heard of a mastermind, and what exactly is a mastermind and what does it mean for you when you can get involved in a mastermind? A mastermind is actually a group of like-minded people who get together and brainstorm different ideas and strategies and systems and things that are working for them. And maybe someone has a problem or they're trying to get something done and they just don't know how to get there. That's where a mastermind comes in. Because, you know, we all have dreams of doing a certain thing in our lives. We all have dreams of being a certain way or a certain person or, you know, having the inspiration that we need to have. So when you're looking through your life scenarios and different ways that you're doing things, then look at your life and how many dreams you have that have come true already. Because when you can be grateful for what you have already and the things that have already happened for you, then you're going to find that things are going to come a lot easier and they're going to come a lot faster. Because there's some areas of your life you may want to look a little closer at. Because if you're constantly on the path of not having, not doing, not being everywhere and doing everything you want to do, then by all means you need to get on board with maybe get into a mastermind with a group of people who are actually doing what it is you want to do. That's a big plus right there. Because when you surround yourself, I mean you individually, when you surround yourself with the people who are already doing what you want to do, maybe they're doing the home business, maybe they're coaches, maybe they're inspirational speakers, or you know, whatever it is. If you can connect with these people on an inspirational level, you're going to find that not only will more inspiration come to you, you're going to find that you will have more of an intention that is more set than maybe the intention you have right now. We all have an intention to do something, correct? We all have an intention to, this is the life I'm creating, this is the income I'm having, this is the way I'm going to do things. We have an intention. So one thing that's happening that I'm seeing a lot of, and maybe you can relate to this, is people with the intention, and they say, I have an intention, I've set an intention. How clear is that intention to the universe? How clear is that intention to your subconscious? Maybe it's just your conscious mind, or maybe it's just your ego creating that intention for you. Look at how clear that intention is. Because if your intention is not clear, you may get inspiration to go all over the place and do all kinds of crazy things because your intention is not clear. So, and this is one thing that is setting a lot of people back out there. You're getting the opportunities come to you. Things are coming your way, but then again, you're not taking action. You're not doing what you need to do to make it happen. You're not taking the action steps to create the life you want. So I always like to combine my brainstorming with people who are already doing it, because then we can actually hit the target markets, hit the way that we want to do things, and maybe give some more suggestions to the people that are already doing something. And maybe you have a suggestion that you haven't quite done yet. Doesn't mean it's not valuable, but why not share that with the group? Why not share that with others? So intentions are set by what you want to dream. We have a dream to do a certain thing. We have a dream to be a certain way. That's an intention. When we set that intention, make sure it is clear on what you want. Make sure it's precise on what you want to have happen. What is your end result from this intention? Think about it. You have a dream to have a life, to have a certain way, to have an income, or whatever it is you want, whatever it is. You have an intention. What is the definite purpose of this intention? What is the outcome? When you can be specific and you can be definite on this, you're going to find that it's going to come faster and easier to you, because the universe, your subconscious, the whole energy platform is going to know exactly what it is you're intending to create. Because you set your intention, write it down. I write mine out in detail on what it is I'm creating, what's my intention that I'm creating, and what is my outcome, what is my end result that I want from this intention. Okay, it's very important that you do this. See, and I always find that when I do this and I'm very specific on what I want, I will get an inspiration to, maybe it's an inspiration to go somewhere I hadn't even intended to go. Have you ever been, doing your thing at home or wherever you're at, and all of a sudden you get an inspiration to go to town? Why do I want to go to town? I really don't need anything. I really don't want anything. But your inspiration is so strong. So you go ahead and go anyway, right? You follow your inspiration. That is the universe working with you on your intention. It may be you're going to see a header on a magazine or something, or you're going to bump into someone that could actually help you. Maybe it's that person that's going to help you down the road. You know how many times I've met people that, in a grocery store, I will talk to almost anybody. I mean, it's just the nature of who I am, my personality. But I've met people in a grocery store in the line, paying for whatever. And I find that, what they were saying or what I was saying to them was important. Like just the other day, I was in line, paying for my stuff. And I was talking with the lady behind me because the lady in front, she was just, had a lot of stuff and she was taking her time. But we were just talking about meditation and everything. And she was just, going into detail about how she was having a problem and, how she couldn't get the meditation right. And she kept, trying to stop her thoughts. And I was able to help her with that. And so that was a reason I was at that store at that time and that time of day. Had no intention of going there. Had no intention of being there. But just because I didn't have an intention to be there wasn't mean my inspiration wasn't fulfilling my intention for what I was working on. Let's think about it. There'll be different things that come up at different times in your life that will enhance and enlighten you on what you're doing. So it could be, like I said, a book. It could be you're seeing a cover on a magazine or something and the header is just like triggered something that was like, oh my gosh, I could do it that way. Wow, I could make that happen that way. I've done that I don't know how many times. I've seen something like that. Or I've talked to somebody somewhere, just out and about, and it's like, wow, I didn't think of that before. The person didn't even know what I was working on. Maybe they didn't even know what they actually said that triggered my thought to bring that way for me. So that was an inspiration, and the inspiration, we're always given inspiration because you know what? The Lord always says, ask and receive, right? Ask, believe, receive. So you're receiving what you need from your asking in the form of inspiration, in the feeling, in a thought, in maybe a person. There's so many different areas that I can't even name them all on this little broadcast. But there's so many ways that we get inspiration from the Lord. We have to be open to receiving that inspiration. It could be an opportunity. Maybe someone is selling a course, and that's the course that's going to change your life, provided what? You take the action to do it. Not just buy it, but actually do it. Follow through. It will be so life-changing. It's just amazing the way the universe works in this world, and it's just crazy. And I get so excited about it because I have so many stories about my life and how it's helped me to get where I am and to have everything I have in my life that I am so grateful for. But I had to learn that the action I took was either going to take me and launch me forward, or it was going to take me back a step or two. It just depends on where you're at and what you're doing. So success, and any and all success that we all have, is based on the action steps that we take or do not take. So you have an intention, you have a dream, get with people who are already doing it. That's the simplest way I can tell you, because it's happened for me so many times that I can't leave that part out, because so many people out here on the online world have changed my life just by being there and answering questions and giving me an opportunity, that I could buy that course or I could do that. And then I learned I had on my, this is no joke, back before computers, I'm going to date myself, back before computers, we had to buy actual course manuals, course booklets, and different things like that. I had a bookshelf full of them. I was an executive at the time, and I was dabbling and getting into the online world. And what I was doing was I was buying all this stuff, but I wasn't reading it. I wasn't following through. I wasn't learning. I wasn't looking at it. So therefore, it sat there, right? So then when I decided to retire from the corporate world and I went online and took up my online business and created a business, and I had to learn all the steps. I had to learn everything. Well, I ended up having on one hard drive loaded full of different courses and opportunities that I had bought, different trainings and everything. The thing is, I wasn't following through on them all. So when I realized, when I was going through my computer one day and formatting it and defragmenting it, I was like, oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. So when I did that and I looked at it, I was like, oh my heaven's sakes, you know what? I have got a gold mine sitting right here waiting to teach me. It's up to me to take advantage of that gold mine I have sitting right there on my computer and start learning. So when I started learning everything I needed to learn, everything fell into place. The people came, the opportunities came. I had all the courses I had bought, which was a lot of money. We're talking thousands of dollars worth of money that I had spent on these courses and different things. But once I implemented them and put them into action, I got my money back from selling and promoting and advertising and coaching and different things that I do now based on the money I'd spent on those courses. So when you have an inspiration to do something, do it. Follow through on it. It may seem hard. You may not have the funds to do it, but you know what? It always says, I believe it's in scripture somewhere, I can't remember what passage it is, but everything is provided for you. If you want it, then you will make it happen. It's something to that effect. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I'll have to look that up in the Bible. Or even in scripture. You can look it up online, I'm sure. But definitely keep going that way, and keep dreaming and mastermind with people who are doing it, and take inspired action and set your intentions, because it's so important. So I just want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are in the world, and hello Carbon. Thank you for joining us here today. So I will see you guys later. I've got 3 different computers open here. I know I'm doing crazy. I got 3 different platforms going at the same time so I can try to see everybody. It's just crazy. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a super blessed day.